So are you a plastic surgeon who's young and dynamic and who wants to take his practice to the next level? Hi everybody, this is Dr.Surindher here. I'm the director of Aesthetics Plus Clinics and I'm a plastic surgeon of 22 years. I've been running my own independent aesthetic center, and we started in 2002 under the brand name of Cosmetic India, and then slowly we have changed and now we are rebranded as Aesthetics Plus. And I have been in private practice for the last 22 years. And at Aesthetics Plus, what we have tried to do is basically perform aesthetic surgeries, of course, and with benefits to patient-centric care. So how we do that is by doing what is right for the patient and doing what is best for the patient and looking after our patients, and that is what has helped us sustain it for the last 20 years. Now we are at a stage where we have been producing consistent results and we have been doing all kinds of procedures, right from rhinoplasties to hair transplants to liposuction, body lifts to body implants. And because of our consistent results, we have had clients from all over the world, and we have patients coming in from almost 43 countries now, and we have very consistent results. We have been focusing on doing what is right for the patient and focusing on giving the best results to the patient, but with minimal downtime. And that is what we have refined and revised over all these years to reach this point where we can produce consistent results over all the patients. So basically that is where we are at, and we have two centers in Bangalore, and one is run by me, the other is run by Dr. Madhusudan. So now we have been producing consistent results, and we know how we have systems and processes in place, and that is why now we are looking for partners to expand our network. So why is one of the most important questions as to why we want to do this. There are two reasons. One is patient-centric and second is doctor-centric. So the patient-centric answer to that why is that we want to bring in more centers who are going to be doing cosmetic and aesthetic procedures and producing consistent results. So the aim is to try and send out the knowledge that we have gained over the last 20 years to others so that they can continue to do the same processes and minimize the time and for the patient and produce consistent results, and of course do it in a safe and secure environment where the patient comes first and the patient's needs are always taken care of. From the doctor's point of view, as you are all aware that aesthetic training is limited. Okay, you have to either go and visit a lot of different people, and then you do some fellowships for 3 months here and there, and then you come back and then you're still again back on your own and you're doing it on your own. So what we want to do with Aesthetics Plus and the clinics is we want to create a network of like-minded individuals, like-minded plastic surgeons who think along the same lines and who want to do the best for their patients and also grow and be independent, and of course give consistent results to the patients as well as consistent results for themselves. And this close group of individuals will be the network of people who want to do the best and interact and also communicate with each other and grow. So you want like-minded individuals who can help join and grow the community, and it's going to be like an elite group of plastic surgeons. And the biggest advantage that you're going to have is you're going to have access to all these colleagues of yours who are going to be a part of it, and the second thing will be a mentor. So what is the need for a mentor, or why do you need to work with someone? at one point or another, all of us have thought about starting out on their own, and some people have the backing, some people don't have the backing, some people already have established centers, so then it is an easier fit. But even then, you need somebody who's going to be there consistently, who's going to, one, teach, second, monitor, and third is be there for you. So when I mean about being there is that give you the confidence that yes, this is right and this is what you have planned it correctly, so please go ahead and execute it. And that is where a mentor comes in. It is not that we are trying to teach you everything from the grassroots level, no, because you're already established plastic surgeons, but the fine tuning is what we are going to be helping you with, and of course doing the right thing for the patient and for yourself as well. As you must have heard a lot of surgeons and a lot of colleagues, senior colleagues talk about is that the first decade is when you're operating on everything, the second decade is when you're operating on nothing, or you shy away from it because you've seen the problems and how the patients react, and then third decade is when you actually find your balance as to do the optimum and leave things that are not meant for you. So that is where a mentor comes in, and you can bounce ideas off it. That is how science progresses also, that you're youngsters, you have a new idea about how you want to do things or a new approach. You can always bounce it off somebody and discuss about it and find an optimum approach which might work, and I will also learn from it. So we are looking for young, dynamic plastic surgeons and those who are interested in aesthetic surgery or pursuing in aesthetic surgery as their core competence area. So what we are looking for, of course you will be doing other procedures also, but when you're doing aesthetics, you have to remember that aesthetic patients are not regular patients. They're not going to wait for you, and they want to be treated a little special or a little different. So if you have an aesthetic patient and you are doing a free flap, they're not going to wait for you or wait for you to finish that and come back. So there is a different kind of a mindset that you have to develop when you're dealing with aesthetic patients. And second most important thing is you have to understand what the patient wants and have to deliver that. The most of the results or most of the happy patients that you have are going to be when you try and manage those expectations and understand those expectations. So both of them go hand in hand. First is you have to understand what they want. Second, you should know your skill set, whether you can deliver that. And third is manage the expectations of the patient so that they know what they're getting into and you know that what you're going to deliver to them. So that is whom we are looking for. We want to create a group of like-minded, highly skilled plastic surgeons, aesthetic surgeons who can do the best for the patient and of course grow their aesthetic practice as well. So at some point or the other, every one of us has thought about starting our own practice, but starting a practice takes a lot of time, effort and energy, apart from the money of course. But what happens is if you have somebody who has already been there and done that, it will help you minimize your time. So it is basically you reaching a level on what you would be at 5 or 7 years down the line by doing it yourself. You can get there in about a year. Money you can earn, but time you cannot get back. So that is the most important thing. So you can already hit the ground running when you partner with somebody who's already done it and has been doing it consistently. So that is the advantage of using a mentor or using a brand or a partner with whom you can start your business and of course run it and own it. So there are a lot of, and once you think about it, it is quite a daunting process. When you think about what all you need to do, what you need to plan, where you should be doing it, how you should be doing it, what are the things that you should concentrate on, what you should not. And you hear a lot about the new techniques, this machine, that machine, and so many things which are coming up. What are the things that you should buy which is actually going to help you and give you return on investment. So these are all a lot of big decisions that you need to make, and of course some of them will work, some of them won't work, and whatever doesn't work costs you money, yes. Secondly, it will cost you time, because that time could have been invested in doing something better. So that is where a mentor, or that is where a partnership comes in, and that is where you are going to take advantage of that and get to where you want to be quicker and faster and in a much safer way and with much less effort. So opening a clinic is one aspect. The second thing is running the clinic and running it consistently and running it profitably. And so there are, once you set up, because we are taught as doctors, there are a lot of things which are not taught in medical school for us. And I'm starting a channel for that as well, to talk about what is not taught in medical school, which I think as doctors and as business owners and as entrepreneurs we need to know and we need to learn. And I'm still learning. I'm still doing a lot of things that I'm constantly learning to learn new things about how to run a business and how to be consistent. So opening a business, there are legal formalities, there are what are the proper requirements that you need, what are the things that you should have, what are the equipment that is necessary, and what is the equipment that is you may or may not have it. Secondly is, what are the business frameworks. So we as clinic owners, be it clinic owners which have been running, like somebody in the family already has a clinic and you're joining them, or you're starting out on your own. I have seen 99% of our clinics, including mine when we started and even till a few years back, we don't have business processes in place. We run it as a clinic, we run it as our own domain, and we are doing everything on our own. You are right from, sometimes if nobody is there, you're the receptionist and you're the surgeon, you're the person who is talking to the patients, and you're also the cashier sometimes. So there are a lot of things, and this is not how to run a business. A business needs to run with certain processes. The whole aim of a business is that even if you are not there and you take a holiday or you go out for a week or 10 days or a month, the business should still run on its own. There should be, if you're not there constantly looking over somebody's shoulders, then that is not right. So you need to understand what are the business processes that have to be put in place and how are you going to monitor them so that you can get consistent results. Okay, and this is also, I had to go in for undergo training. This was not taught to me, and I saw my business running in a way which it was not supposed to for almost 10-12 years before I had to finally wake up and say, no, this is not the right way. I had to learn the right way to do things and then go ahead. So those are things that are not taught in medical school. Those are not things that you can just pick up. You will have to do it consistently and somebody has to guide you through it. So business, running the clinic is one thing, running the clinic as a business is another thing. So that is also a process. Secondly is managing clients is one thing which you may be good at already because you're talking to the patients, you're operating already. But managing your staff, managing your finances, managing marketing, which is a big aspect of aesthetic surgery. Okay, finding consistent clients and how to close deals, how to talk to the patients. Okay, so these are all things which are apart from the medical part of which are also very important in running a business nowadays, and which is where we severely lack, all of us, including myself, which is why I had to learn. So that is another advantage that you get when you join with us, and that is the process that we go to train. So keeping all this in mind, we are inviting franchisee partners for Aesthetics Plus, and so that you can be a part of the family and grow along with us, and also cut down your time needed for you to set up and start the whole thing from scratch. So you can benefit from our expertise, you can benefit from our knowledge, you can benefit from the mistakes that we have done, rather than trying to reinvent the whole wheel. And then you also get the advantage of being part of a family, part of a brand, and part of an elite group of plastic surgeons who are dedicated to doing aesthetic work, good aesthetic work, keeping the patient in mind, producing consistent results, and of course minimizing risk for yourself as well, financially as well as procedure wise, so that you can learn from others and you can learn from what we have done and our mistakes so that you don't repeat them. And so that is where we are at, and that is why we are looking for young plastic surgeons who want to start something on their own and deliver consistent results for the patient and reach where you want to reach much faster and with much less heartache and much less money loss as compared to if you were doing it on your own. I'm not saying it's not possible. Yes, there are a lot of people doing it on their own. But when you have a road which is already laid out, would you want to go on that, or would you want to take a road where you have to create your road on your own? So that is the question. If you are ready and you this is something that you have been thinking about, then this is the right time. Get in touch and let us discuss it further. And it doesn't harm you in discussing anything anyway. Okay, the worst case scenario is I gain a new friend, I gain a new colleague with whom which we can discuss ideas. And the best case scenario is you become a part of the Aesthetics Plus family and you grow with us. And now, as I said, we already have it in Bangalore. We're looking for other cities. And right now I'm in Dubai and we're trying to set up something here as well. So we want to grow the family and we want to grow it with you. So if you think that you are one of those who is driven and wants to make a change in his life, then I think you should get in touch with me. I will be coming to AE Search 2023 and hope to see some of you there.